Hello, everyone. Today, for Wednesday, you are going to practice taking, make myself big there. Today, for Wednesday, you're going to practice taking Cornell Notes, which is going to be the main way that we take notes this year. And for most of you, probably have never done that before. So I'm going to, on Tuesday, I introduced our new topic, which is citizenship. Ways to be a citizen, ways to become a citizen, some basic vocab words around citizenship. And so today you are going to look at the notes, the PowerPoint, and you are going to go through the notes for today's assignment. And then you are going to take Cornell Notes on a separate piece of notebook paper, and then you'll put your name on those, and the teacher is going to collect those so that I can make sure that you were on task in doing that. But you probably don't know how to take Cornell Notes. So the really cool thing about Cornell Notes is they're super easy. Any piece of paper you have, you can set up Cornell Notes with 3 lines. So the first thing you're going to do, hold this up here, here's your piece of notebook paper, is you're going to draw a line right at the top here. Draw a line across the top, like that. Okay. Then you're going to count up from the bottom about 6 lines from the bottom, and you're going to draw a line just like this at the bottom. So I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like to use, like if you have a colorful highlighter, I don't know if you can see the line at the bottom, but yeah. There we go. If you have like a highlighter, I'm using a Sharpie here or something like that. I like to use that, just makes the lines kind of stand out. Now, this is the hardest part. You're going to connect these 2 lines with a vertical line, and you're going to not do it like right here. You're going to come over like 3, 4 fingers, like an inch or 2, and you're going to connect it so that it looks like this is what you want, okay? So that is what you want there, right? So you have a line on the bottom, a line on the top, and on the left-hand side, you have a line, but enough room where you can write 1 or 2 words on this left-hand area right here, okay? So what you'll do is at the top of your notes, you'll put the title subject of the notes, which we know is going to be citizenship, right? So this is where you're going to put the topic, which is going to be citizenship. This is really good, like for the EOC. If you're going back and reviewing your notes, you'll know exactly what, and you're looking for certain things, you'll know exactly what the topic is. So you put a topic here. The bottom is where you're going to, at the end of class or on your own time when you're studying your notes, you're going to write a summary. You want that to try and be about a 25 to 30 word summary. It doesn't have to be super long, just kind of summarize the main ideas. You know, this topic talks about definition of citizenship and the 3 different ways you can be a citizen, just like a short summary of notes, okay? Now, this is the really important part. This side here, the narrow side, all you're going to put there is like the vocabulary word or the topic. You're only going to write 1 or 2 words here. And then over here is where you're going to put all of the definitions. Okay, so let's take a look at the notes and we'll kind of get a feel for how to do this. We'll do maybe the first slide or 2, and then we're going to let you do it on your own. Okay, so if we look at the notes here, let's actually present this. So we look at this slide. What does citizen mean, right? And so we don't need to write all of this down in our notes, but I do see a vocab word that is underlined, right? So that's probably really important. So we want that in our notes. So how do we put it in our notes? The vocab word is citizen. So we're going to put that on the left-hand side in that narrow area of the notes. We're going to put that. I'm going to write in pen here, and I'm going to write down citizen on the left-hand side, because that's the vocab word, and then I'm going to write down what the definition is. On the right-hand side, we're going to write the definition. A legal member of a country that owes allegiance to the government and has protected rights. Okay, so now I want to show you this. This is really important you understand how you do this. So let me make myself as big as possible here. Okay, so if we look, we have the topic, the top citizen. We drew a line at the top. We drew a line along the left-hand side. We drew a line at the bottom for a summary. And then let's look at how we did this, okay? So we wrote just on the left-hand side in the little area. We're not going to write the whole definition there. I don't want you to write all that there. We just do the vocab word. And then on the right-hand side, the big side, we wrote the definition, okay? Okay, now I want to show you one more really important thing, and then I'm going to let you practice kind of on your own, okay? So let's go to the next slide and find a new vocab word. Okay, the 14th Amendment states that a citizen is defined as all persons born or naturalized. Okay, I want to put that in my notes, but I want to be very clear. When you put that in your notes, when you write down 14th Amendment, because that's our next vocab word, you're not going to put it, you're not going to put it right here, because you want it to match up with the next definition. If you put 14th Amendment here, it looks like the definition is allegiance to the government. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go on the left-hand side, you're going to go down to the next empty line. I even like to put a line, a space between. So you're going to go down to the next empty line on the right-hand side, which is right here. And then you'll put the 14th Amendment here in the definition. So let me show you what that looks like. So we're going to go down to the next empty spot, 14th Amendment on the left-hand side, because that's the vocab word, and we're going to write down the definition. All persons born or naturalized in the U.S. So now you can see how the Cornell Notes look, right? So look, you got the definitions. You have the definitions on the left-hand side. You got the vocab words. Look how the definition and the vocab words line up, right? So the next vocab word, I would go down here and then put the definition over here, okay? So how do you set it up? Real simple. 3 lines. Line at the top, line at the bottom, line along the left-hand side. Enough room on the left-hand side to write a vocab word or two, the definition or the vocab word, and then enough room on the right-hand side to write the definitions. So that's what your notes are going to look like. When you're all done, you could write the 25, 30-word summary here at the bottom. So what you're going to do for Wednesday's assignment here is you are, pull out of this, you are going to go to Wednesday's assignments, and you are going to pull up the notes that I just had pulled up, and you're going to get a piece of paper from the substitute, and you are going to go through and take Cornell Notes on that paper. If you run out of room, just take it down to the bottom. That's fine. You don't have to do like multiple pages. And then make sure your name is on it and turn it into the sub when you're done. Now, I do have the video you're going to watch at the beginning of class. I do have my copy of the Cornell Notes. I really suggest you don't just pull those up and copy it. It's kind of a waste of time. I want you to practice doing Cornell Notes on your own. But if you're like super confused, you can pull it up and you kind of see how it's supposed to look. Obviously, this is on the computer, so it's a little fancier, but you got the line at the top. You got the vocab words over here, definitions on the right-hand side. Look how they line up, and then summary at the bottom. So, that is there for you to reference if you need it. Okay? All right. I think that's it. Good luck, and hopefully I'll see you on Thursday. We'll see. Have a good night.